Hello all, welcome to the next video here in the Onion Man's rooftop to a cow caravan of treasure. And sometimes bartered. The streak continues as it always will. And we are back with the game show. What kind of show? A game show. Why? Because I couldn't think of a more clever name. We have another kind of garage sale find, if you will. I did a game show video recently where I looked at like some old Genesis stuff I bought off of a guy who garage sales. He kind of does some of the things I do. He looks for old stuff, and he always kind of gives me good deals on stuff if he does find anything. So this is one of his things again. And this time I think I got an even better deal than the last one that had like the Genesis games and everything. This one also has a lot of Genesis games, so I'm excited. But I think overall what I paid and the value of this, I'm not sure where it lands, but at the very least it's got to be double what I paid. I think. I was trying to do the math in my head, and I think it's like around that. Not counting some of the stuff I wasn't sure on and didn't look up yet. But we're going to get to it. It's 2 boxes. He posted it. Saw it, messaged him. We'd done business before. Great, let's do it. It was pretty simple, all within less than an hour. Boom. So, went and picked him up and brought him home, and now I'm filming. And yeah, we're going to do this top box first. Okay, so the first thing that's in here is pretty cool, at least to me. We have a Sega Genesis, the second model, I believe, right? Everything worked, booted it up before I picked it up. It's a little dirty, a little scuffed up. I'm going to have to give it a little bit of a rinse down, probably a cleaning, probably get in. I can't really tell with the pins here. They look solid, but I'll probably just clean those anyways, take it apart and just kind of go through it. But it worked perfectly, so after a good cleaning and everything, I got a second Genesis. I also have this model for my base Genesis. It's in, I think that second to last drawer right there. Yeah, I have this Genesis already. Mine's pretty clean and whatever. I kept that thing pristine as much as I could. But I don't know. This works, so maybe after I clean it up, I might sell it. But at the same time, this is like one of those consoles I don't mind having 2 of, like, just in case. You know what I mean? I love the Genesis so much that, like, if something were to ever happen to one, like, I'd have a working backup. So I might end up keeping this Genesis. And it did come with everything. It came with, I think, yeah, the original, like, power cord, which is pretty cool. That's the thing. Everything here was basically original. I don't think this is. I think this isn't. It comes with like the AV input cords. It comes with an original controller though, which is really nice. Anytime I see controllers, I always acquire an interest in them because you can never have too many controllers. I got 2 busted controllers over there that I'm gonna fix up and they're gonna work perfectly. I already got the parts and I've done it before, so once those are fixed, like, I'm gonna have like a solid 5 or 6 Xbox controllers, and great for partying, like great for party games. But always down. I have a couple of original Sega Genesis controllers, but to have another one that works, when I was there, you know, did everything felt good. Buttons are a little loose, but they don't affect it. They didn't affect anything I was playing. Always down to have extra controllers, especially for an older console and it's original. I'll tell you what I spent on this whole lot at the end, and you won't believe me, but yeah. Also this, which I have seen these before, but I've never owned one. It's heavy as hell. It's a Sega Genesis fighter stick by Ashware? Assware? Fighter stick. Da-da-da. It's like a metal thing under here with like little rubber pads. I don't know if it works. I didn't test this out. So I have no idea what this is. I know it's a fight stick, obviously. But, like, is this, like, an official product? Is Ashware an official, like, partner with Genesis or Sega? If it's worth anything, let me know. I'm not good with fight sticks. Like, the ones made for consoles, for whatever reason, I can't get. I hate sitting there with the thing on my lap trying to move. I'm solid at, like, fighting games on an arcade cabinet, though. Like, standing up and kind of like leaning into it, I'm a lot better with the arcade sticks on actual machines. Like console use arcade sticks, nah, just give me a controller. I just rather sit down and not have anything weighing me down. I know some people put them on little stands, but like if I'm playing a game on my couch, I don't want to have to be sitting up trying to fight somebody. Like just give me a controller. I can do the same shit with my thumbs. Okay, now second box. That was the first box. First box also has a oh, nothing. That was it. Second box has another little console, but it is not something that I would keep. I just don't want it. I'm not a fan of this brand. So this is definitely probably going to get rid of. I might keep the controllers. Yeah. Just because I think they work with the original consoles. But what was in here was a Hyperkin Retron, and I believe this is the Retron 2. I might be wrong on that. But it's a Retron. It can play Nintendo and Super Nintendo games, I believe. Might be able to play everything. Could this play Genesis? No, probably not, huh? Anyway, I am not a fan of like these copyware consoles. I've heard of people getting these, and if they fry and your game's in it, it'll fry your game. Stuff like that. I have the real shit. I don't feel the need to keep this. So yeah, looks cool for what it is, I guess. But it came with two controllers, no wires. It didn't come with any hookup, so I have no idea if it works. I guess I could use these with the composite. I wonder if the battery pack would work with that too. Either way, it comes with two controllers. And they do have a port that would go into NES or SNES, one of the two. And I wonder if these would work. I had like one of those like little copyware consoles at one point, and I ended up like I used it once. I didn't like it. It felt weird. It was really hollow because it's just cheap plastic. But I kept its controllers because it came with one controller that was like a carbon copy NES controller, and it worked with the NES. It came with a Super Nintendo copy controller that worked perfectly, and a Genesis one. So I ended up with 3 of those off-brand controllers that work really well with the original consoles. My guess is this one would. I'd be interested to see like if they do. If they do, I'd keep them. And this one's still in plastic, so cool. So that was the third kind of little console-related thing that popped up. Now we got the actual games. First off, excuse me. There were 3 NES games in this collection. All 3 of which 2 of them I already have. First up, we have Dragon Warrior. Fantastic little RPG game if you've never played it. Definitely check it out. The label on this one's a little rough. My copy is pretty clean, so I'll probably end up washing this one up a little bit. Just trying to get some of the muck and grime off of it. And probably end up cleaning the pins and selling it. But if you don't have Dragon Warrior, you should have it in your NES collection. If you're going to collect for NES, get Dragon Warrior. It's a fun game. We have Ghosts and Goblins, also a game I already have. This copy's pretty clean. It's got some scuffing up here, but this copy is already pretty clean. A little bit more scuffing here. Probably give this a rundown on the pins, and I think that this is good to go. Like, see if I can maybe lighten that up a little bit. Other than that, though, this is like a pretty solid shaped copy. But I have a really nice copy already. So I'm good. I have Ghosts and Goblins and Ghosts and Ghouls. Ghosts and Goblins on NES, Ghosts and Ghouls on Sega Genesis. Fun game, though. Definitely another one you should have in your collection if you're an NES fan. This one, not so much. I don't have this game, but I've heard a lot about this game. This is Street Fighter 2010, The Final Fight. And it basically has no relation to the actual Street Fighter franchise. It is Capcom, but it's just like some weird experimental different thing they did for the time. I think like my kind of thing is like I think they thought the console audience was going to be more, they want something different instead of like what the arcade was. When the reality is their re-release of their arcade games were way better. This copy's decent. It's got some staining here on this label. I doubt that could probably be off. If I try to alcohol that, it'll probably fuck the sticker up. But besides that, it's pretty clean there. A couple of little dusty scuffs here. But solid copy. Label's actually really nice. Probably the nicest of the three. So I might give this a shot and play it. See if I enjoy it, I'll keep it. If not, I'll get rid of it. We got some loose Sega games. I don't know if I'm going to keep any of these, actually. Like, as I was looking at them, a lot of why I bought this was for, like, a couple of the games coming up. And that's pretty much it. And this Genesis. I wanted the Genesis with all the original shit. And the NES games were cool. I knew I could, like, get a few bucks for each one if I resold. Like I said, I think my value is pretty solid on this. There's Wimbledon Championship Tennis. Label's a little messed up, but it's not too bad. Otherwise clean. Again, probably clean down the pins and just kind of get rid of that one. Same thing. College Slam. This label is pretty beat on the top. This part's not too bad. The front part, but the top label, like, yeah, that's pretty beat. Back is a little scuffed up too. A little dirty. Probably going to have to scrub that down. But not one we're keeping either. Well, we got NFL Quarterback Club. I did think about keeping this one, but without the case, maybe if I find the case, I'll keep it. Look at that, $1.99. This guy got it from Vintage Stock. Or whoever the original person, like, who knows, even if the guy selling it at that garage sale where the other dude found it was the original owner. Pretty cool, though. I don't mind the, like, kind of old Quarterback Club games, but, like, it's just not one. I don't know if I would want it on the Genesis. That might be one I would get on, like, something different. Super Nintendo. And then this one, which I do want to keep, and I'm going to find a case. Sonic Pinball. I think this is awesome. So I'm going to find a case and keep this game. Clean the pins down. This is the one I was testing the console out with. Oh, excuse me. And I really liked it. So keeping this game. Going to find a case and keep that one. Then I had some games in here that actually came with the case. Awesome. First one right out the gate that we are definitely not going to keep is Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Oh my god, it has the manual. I did not check these. I didn't open these. I just trust the guy because I bought from him a couple times before. Dang, okay. Nice. That looks clean. This looks like nobody ever played it. Probably because nobody ever did. Huh. Not keeping it, but being in good shape, maybe it'll be something. We have Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures. I know nothing about this game. I knew there were like some weird adventure Pac-Man games, but like, what is this? An interactive cartoon. I don't know, unless this is like super rare, no manual. Clean, look at that though. Wow. Those pins are nice. I don't know. I don't know if I want to play an interactive cartoon. Unless it's like super rare, I'll probably get rid of it. Which I don't know. It being in a lot like this, it's probably not. We've got Tecmo Super Bowl. So I have Tecmo Super Bowl for the Super Nintendo. Now I have it for the Genesis. It's heavy too. Does it have a manual in it? It does. Look at that. Beautiful manual. In really good shape. So is the cart, man. Nobody touched these Genesis games for a minute, have they? The hanger's broken off, but oh well. It's got a little issue on the box. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep Tecmo Super Bowl. I love the NES Tecmo Super Bowl. Or I think they just called it Super Bowl on there. I might be wrong. I love Tecmo Bowl. The Tecmo games are fun, man. So I'm going to keep this Genesis copy of Super Bowl. And we got Uno game left. Uno Mas. We have Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition. This was the other thing that caught my eye in it. I don't know if this is like a rare... Like some of the Street Fighter games on the old consoles are like rare and like kind of worth something. But yeah. Who knows? No manual. That'd been sweet if it had it. Clean cart though, man. Again, wish I had that manual. That'd been amazing. So yeah, I know some of like the Street Fighter copies go for a lot, and they can be a little hard to find. I don't know if this one is. but I probably might keep it anyways, just because it's Street Fighter, and I like Street Fighter. So we got some great stuff. So console, another console, but not like a real one. Um, uh, three NES games and a bunch of Sega stuff, a bunch of Sega games. Three of which I'm actually going to keep. So, and potentially four if this weird Street Fighter game is kind of fun. Um, and yeah, I like it with this random fight stick that I know nothing about. Um, so my total I paid for this was $40. I know. I think it's a great value. Yeah, he just gave me a deal. Like I usually pay right around what he asked because it's always a fair deal. Like if I were to go to a vintage shop and buy these, I'd be paying like double the price, obviously. But he's always been really fair, and he just it was just an easy like, hey, like what do you want for him? He was like 40. I was like, cool. I don't know why. Like he mostly just kind of. I think what it is like he doesn't need the money. Like he does this stuff all the time with other stuff. The games are probably just another one of those things. So he's always just like, eh. Um, but like I think he's an older gentleman, and I think he mainly just goes garage sale like for goes to garage sales for fun. I think he just finds it fun, and he has the money to do so. So he does, and what he doesn't like, he just kind of gets rid of what he doesn't collect. And like I guess money is just not an issue for him. So cool to know somebody like that as a bit of like a hookup on the video game stuff, the retro game stuff for me. Especially because like I never really knew anybody like that for the past few years, and like this guy kind of just popped up like earlier this year, and it was like, oh, cool. Like, I'll take this. Good stuff. Good stuff. $40, and I think I definitely got some really good value. So that's it for the video. If you like the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I appreciate anybody who does, and I will catch you guys in the next one.